Temperal Rick from the hashtag Wise Men Say YouTube channel. And we're talking here on the Real Apolitical News. This is Temperal Rick with the Woid. And the Woid is Omicron is a bunch of flesh-eating demons on a classic video game. That's what Omicron is. They're on a classic video game. They're flesh-eating demons that can make themselves look like humans. Yeah, that's what the Omicron is in this timeline. And also in this timeline, I think that Joe Biden just wants us all to shut up about the vaccine there. He wants us to shut up about the vaccine there, and the mask there, and the fact that the pharmacy is a profit industry that ain't nobody's friend there. Yeah. This is Temperal Rick, formerly of Saturday Night Lunatic, now with the Wise Men Say YouTube channel. And you're coming up very soon with J. Patrick Morgan and the hashtag Real Apolitical News and the hashtag in today's discussion there. This is Temperal Rick with the Woid, talking about the Woid there, yeah. And here we are, J. Patrick Morgan, for the end of days discussion side of this January 6th video. Alright, and as I stated, we are going to talk about the reference in Revelations, the beast upon the waters, mother of harlots, also meaning whores, that cause the nations to fornicate. This is very much in reference to social programming, mainly gradually changed over time to make it less noticeable to generations of people. It's the social programming. More recently, as movies and TV and video things and music, recorded music, you've got a subliminal programming factor in there as well. They have found sexual explicit images in Walt Disney movies that are supposed to be for our children is one example. There's also plenty of that sexual reference going to music, in the trends of music. It's not anymore about I love you forever. It's more of a explicit sexual thing in a lot of the music, not just one style of music, and almost all the style of musics out there. This is very much a factor. And for all of you, I'll dress the way I want people. Well, yeah, dress the way you want, but you're just as bad being the tempter in terms of sexual things as you are being the tempted in terms of sexual things. One thing you'll take notice in previous generations, a lot of women wore dresses that were fluffed out. You did not see the butt move. Their dresses were long. You barely saw ankle and lower leg. And like that. There was nothing really there. Very loose, reserved sort of clothing. There was nothing there that was overly bringing your eyes down to the buttocks and crotch area or to the breast area back in the day. And the more these things are shown, the more people see butt moves, more people see twerking, and all this different type of explicit dancing. The more the temptation is out there, the more you're going to find people following into those temptations, and you're going to have sex outside of marriage, which is adultery and fornication. You're going to have pornography being a thing, and pornography is addicting to many people as well. The trends of the time, the fashions, the TV shows, the movies, the music, all in combination. Those things are bringing more of a trend of fornication across the world in all nations, and that's what that is referring to. The breakdown of family is very important to the Mason, the secret society Jesuit class. Families tend to stand up for families, for the rights, for their protection. Families tend to be close-knit. If the family is broke down with a 50% divorce rate, and nobody considering being married before they have sex, or very few or less people in consideration of that, you have more illegitimate children per se, or single-parented children, I guess would be a better word for it. And you're not getting the wholesomeness of the traditional family. That means you're not having as much close-knitness in the family. You're going to have more family divide. Family and blood is one of the most powerful things as far as standing up for each other. You're more likely to stand up for family, sometimes even if they're wrong, than you would a neighbor that you're not overly connected to, or somebody else, a stranger, and that's where the nations are fornicating, is entertainment and fashion trends. The more you see those change to be more loose sexually, the more you're going to see endless fornication and no consideration for marriages before God and sticking with those marriages. Or the marriages are going to be based on more on sex than they are the raw emotional connection. And when the sex becomes less interesting, you're off to another sexual partner. That's just how it works. I'm not disparaging anybody that likes certain styles of clothes that might be more revealing, or, and I'm not going to tell you what to do, how to dress in that sense. God says God is the judge and I am not. So that is not what I'm saying with this, and I'm not trying to be patriarchal in any way either. It's just how it is, not in my eyes, in God's eyes. This is the way God looks at it, not me. I try to look at it the way God looks at it, and I am failing, maybe mostly because of my flesh, my human nature. But I'm just telling you the way God is looking at it. God frowns upon skin-tight jeans and bikini swimwear and this revealing clothing. God frowns upon the explicit dancing and the constant sexual innuendos, and that's how God looks at it. I'm not here to lie to you, to adhere to be nice. The truth hurts, and that's the truth, and that's how I'm going to leave it. Cause the nations to fornicate, that's the root of causing the nations to fornicate. The entertainment, the fashion, the trends. That's all of it, 100%. There's nothing else that's a factor in that. The level of temptation is higher, therefore the level of giving into temptation is topic. We shall be also doing real apolitical news. I'm not sure yet if I'm putting it before this video or after it, and I'm killing it here. Yeah, man, so I've been rehearsing these introductions for a while now, and I've got them down pretty good, man. And oh, the camera's running. Okay, cool, man. All right, so like, dude, Alterego here, and welcome to So Like Dude. Alterego here, and welcome to So Like Dude. Alterego here. Wait, I already said those parts. What's that? You're saying I rehearsed the introduction too much. Okay, you're probably right. So, from the Wise Band Say YouTube channel, an Electric Scooter Roadshow, and Real Apolitical News, we've got, man, you know, the 6th of January, there's a year later, they're all still talking about the insurrection in Washington or something, man. And like, I just don't get it, dude, because like it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, man, I'm all about fighting the man. You know, that's an alter ego thing. I'm all about fighting the man. But it just it boggles my mind, man. I mean, in that region area alone, dude, they got like 10,000 National Guard people around that area. And like, you know, here you are, just a few dozen people at best or something, and so like, you don't have enough firepower or weapons to take out 4 little rabbits in a lettuce patch, and you're gonna go storm into a Capitol building, like, you know, that just few people, and, you know, think that that's fighting the man, and that ain't it, man. It's like, one does not fight the man when they're sitting in a jail cell or with an ankle bracelet or on probation and can't have any weapons anymore, and blah blah, you know. That's not how you fight the man. There's no fighting the man when you've been arrested and you're sitting in jail, and, you know, and you got 10,000 National Guard troops that could be called in at any second, with 40 some odd maybe people out of a few thousand in a QAnon Trump supporter, whatever you support, bull crowd. And that's not how you fight the man. It doesn't work that way, man. You know, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, dude. But come on, you know, that's not how you fight the man. And as J. Patrick Morgan said, like early last year, y'all a bunch of dumb that you can't pour out of a boot with the directions on the bottom, and you call yourself smart mother that you know you and y'all are some QAnon Trump or sub-moronic imbeciles, and you know, and all those things that J. Patrick Morgan says when he gets carried away is what y'all are. So, like, dude, this is Alterego, and welcome to So Like Dude. This is, oh wait, I'm doing it again. And tune in or upload in or download in, however you do it on YouTube, in next week for another edition with Alterego. So like dude. And J. Patrick Morgan again. We are here with real apolitical news, not the left or the right. I haven't been right since I was left, because when you get left, it's hard to get right. So, yeah, first on the news update here concerning myself, the facility group home that I had mentioned on a Facebook Live that I am at currently, it's a all-purpose sort of group home. It has addicts, people with various types of psychological and psychiatric disorders, and so on. I try to do my videos so that in close proximity to me, with mainly walls behind me, because people need their privacy here. They're supposed to get it, and so on. So that's exactly how I managed to do that while I'm here. And so we have some cases, or one case at the moment, of COVID in the facility, and that person is supposed to quarantine himself outside of the rest of the people in the place here. Just a quick shot around. We have a yard and stuff. I'm not going to show any people. We have, an outdoor area and a yard to walk in, and picnic able areas and things and so on and so forth. So, indeed, it's going to be difficult to keep other people's faces out of this video that don't want to be displayed in these YouTube videos. So yeah, faith over fear. COVID is a weapon just like a rifle, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. If I happen to get COVID, I will get over COVID, because I make all the right decisions, and I'm not stupid enough to go to a hospital and get put on a respirator. Alright, and I did say coming up we would have the real untold story that's outside of the Guislaine Epstein part that you see on the mainstream news for child trafficking. Paul Harvey tells the rest of the story. The rest of the story, not disparaging or saying that any of the people and witnesses are doing any kind of lying, they're just leaving out other people, other witnesses, other people that have knowledge on the topic, and you never hear it said on the mainstream news. Factor number one they're leaving out. Boys as much as girls are trafficked for sex. Yes, that's a fact. The hashtag #MeToo is not limited to the women that trying to make their way in Hollywood. It's been propositioned to the men, the young boys as well. It's not limited to the one sex or sexual preference or anything of the sort. Don't get it in your mind that it's anything other different than boys get trafficked too. Number two, where they're only showing the teenage girls in the Guislaine Epstein case, and Guislaine Epstein is responsible for more than teenage girls. Trafficking happens as young as preschool age. No, it's not limited to teens. It's not a statutory rape thing. It's child molestation as young as preschool age. There's not going to be any sugarcoating or buttering up about it. That's in fact, that's exactly how it is, from start to finish. So that's the truth of the matter right there. You're not going to hear me sugarcoat it in any ways. That's just a fact. The other thing they don't say in the Epstein-Guislaine situation there is they don't tell you what happens to the non-cooperative children that get child trafficked for sex. The ones that don't cooperate with their handlers, they get resold, auctioned on the internet mainly, child in cages, that's part of it. They get auctioned on the internet back and forth as high as $500,000 per child, depending on demand and hair color and skin color and the whole works. They have preferences. Pedophiles have preferences just like people who have sex with adults have preferences. There is no sugarcoating that. As much as $500,000 per child, the ones that don't cooperate sexually with the handlers, they get auctioned for black market organ transplants. So in other words, some rich asshole gets an organ off from a child that don't want to have sex. That's another thing they leave out of the Epstein-Guislaine story. There's a Luciferian network that still does child sacrifices, human sacrifices. That's another place where they get auctioned off to. They get auctioned off to be killed for the god Moloch or whatever other Babylonian god out there likes human sacrifices. Sad but true. We're not leaving out anything. There's no sugarcoating it. Those are the things that happen to those children. And so there you have it, the stuff that they do not say on the regular mainstream news, as sick as it is. This is J. Patrick Morgan with Real Apolitical News, and we are killing it here. And now for the song selection here. Just a couple of quick words. This was going to be done on the canceled show on New Year's Eve, as kind of a reminder that despite anything that happens to me, including the stuff that landed me in the residence situation where I am now, that I am here to bless other people, to love other people, and to do what I can, and none of it is really about me. It's about doing what Yahusha, the Christ, would expect of me as I interact with people around the world, around me. And going into a new year, that's a pretty good reminder, resolution, something for me to stay strong in all of this during all of 2022. So the selection, a Christian piece called Let the Weak Say I Am Strong, is what I chose to do for the music piece then, and because that was canceled, here we are with Real Apolitical news and end of days discussion while the Electric Scooter Roadshow is postponed. And I'm still going to do the song. I'm not going to let the fact that Electric Scooter Roadshow New Year's Eve edition never made it up to YouTube or Rumble, change the song selection. And so therefore I'm going to do this. This is quite a popular Christian piece in churches and Christian radio and Christian music in general. So here we go. Usually done on piano. I had to adapt this to guitar playing. Let the weak say I am strong. Let the poor say I am rich. Let the blind say I can see. It's what the Lord has done for me. Into the river I will wade. There my sins are washed away. From the heavens mercy stream of the Savior's love for me. Oh, Hosanna, oh, Hosanna, to the Lamb that was slain. Oh, Hosanna, Hosanna, Christ had died and rose again. I will rise from water deep into the saving arms of God. I will sing salvation song. Jesus Christ has set me free. Hosanna, Hosanna, to the Lamb that was slain. Hosanna, Hosanna, Christ had died and lives again. Christ had died and rose again. Let the weak say I am strong. Let the poor say I am rich. And let the blind say I can see. It's what the Lord has done for me. Alrighty, and so that was the song selection, is the song selection, and so I'll be killing it here, and this will be put between Real Apolitical news and end of days discussion. Bye.